Guys, welcome back, and today we're gonna be playing on this new SMP, new-ish, I guess, that my friend made, and so he's right there, netherite, full netherite enchanted and everything. Pretty crazy to me, so I'm just gonna follow him, and he's basically my master, because he says he's gonna give me full diamond or something, so I'm just gonna say master most of the time, because I just think it's kind of funny, and he's gonna be part of I'm gonna be part of his country as well. So these are the shops. This one looks really gross, but it sells enchanted diamond armor and tools, which I think is just funny because it looks disgusting, but you know, I think he did that as a joke. This is Orion's shop, which he's on at the time of recording, so that's kind of cool. It's a pretty big shop. He sells a lot of stuff for pretty cheap prices, which I think's pretty awesome. So I had auto jump on, so I was like, okay, gotta turn that off. That's not okay. Not auto jump's honestly not very good unless you're on mobile. Like it just ruins everything. Anyway, I hate auto jump in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but okay, I think we're just gonna head over to my friend Dewalt Danger's house. Okay. He also has like tridents and bows, and he has a power 5 bow, I believe, with flame, which is kind of crazy. I don't know a lot about survival. I used to play it more until I figured out Hypixel was a thing, and I just love Hypixel. But I think I'm gonna start doing some more survival because I've done one of these a while back, maybe, I think. Maybe. I don't know. But I think it's gonna be good if I do one Hypixel video, one survival video, and whoa, that was cool. He just like reptide trident. It's kind of cool. He has, yeah, his tridents. He has two tridents. One has reptide, and I think one has loyalty, which is cool. Loyalty, when you throw a trident, it just brings it straight back to you. And I can kind of see his base in the distance. And also, with the Badline, the client I got, it has a zoom thing. So I'm probably just going to be messing with that because I really like it. But I like his base. I see he also has an iron farm and an iron golem farm. So that's cool. I'm just the seed mana at the moment. But he says something. Okay, I can't have my servant looking like this. And then this is the moment where I'm confused for a second, and then he gives me full diamond armor. So I'm just like, what? And he gives me tools and a bow. They're all enchanted. They have like protection 2, thorns, and then the bow's power 2. I think the sword has looting 3, or looting 2, and sharpness 5, yeah. Which I think's crazy. He's giving me, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So, he has me do something. As you can see, this base is not quite finished. No. And then my music starts getting loud, so I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to turn that off. So I think I turn it off right here. Well, not turn it off, turn it down. Just because music can get a little loud. Especially as it keeps going, it gets way louder. So he asked me to go get some cobblestone from a mine to help him with his base. And he'll get us food, which is reasonable for him giving me diamond armor, which is crazy. He kills a skeleton real quick. Yeah. And I think his mine goes to diamond level, Y11. So he has me mine here, just in case I find some diamonds or something. And I just say, you're my eternal master, because he literally gave me everything I need. And so he tells me to mine over here. He hits me. I'm like, ow. But he gives me some food. I'm just like, thank you so much, master. And so after 8 weeks of mining, my master told me to come up. And I give him all the cobble I got. So I'll do that here in a second. And I have a lot of stuff. I got lapis, redstone. I didn't find any diamonds. I don't know why. I literally got like a ton of cobblestone, but no diamonds. But that's fine because I already have full diamond. But I give him all the stuff, and yep, that's all. And then after that, I bow to him because he is my eternal master. And so I'm waiting. First, we need to sleep. And I'm like, wait, I don't have a bed though. And I thought that was his bed, the one he's running towards, but he said, this is mine. So he said, this is yours, and I just go to sleep. And I'm sleeping. Okay. I wait for him to go to sleep and stuff. So, yeah. Okay. And then the next day, I wake up and I come over and I see him. Okay. Bows again. Okay. This is funny. But I think now he has me get a horse. Yeah. He says, we need something very important. Do you need me to do? And so I'm like, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. And I'm like, oh, he's gonna get me a horse. Sweet. So I'm like, yay, finally my own horse. And so I'm waiting. And I'm like bowing and nodding. And I'm like, this is a joke. I've had stuff in Minecraft before, but I'm saying I've never had anything that lives of my own, which is funny. But so he gets me a horse, which I'm happy about because now I have a horse to ride around. And I'll just cut to when I have my very own horse. So he says, after I get my horse, he says, we need to do one more thing. And I'm like, yes, master? And he says, we need to beat a raid, which I haven't done one of these in a long, long time. So this is kind of exciting for me, which is cool. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to the raid here in a second. I'm like, ooh, fun. But the raid gets pretty intense. One of my friends ends up dying, and I almost die, but it's pretty fun. So we're going in. We got the Bad Omen, and he has villagers over here, so we're gonna start raid. And we're running over around his giant base, and I see the raid bar start. So I'm like, okay, I need to hide my horse because I don't want to have my new horse getting killed. So I dig a 2x2 hole, and there we go. So I bring my horse in real quick, just keep him safe, you know. And then the raid bar is fully charged up, so I'm expecting a raid. So I'm like, oh wait, I need to cover up my horse, and I see one of the pillagers already. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna die. So I come over, kill him. He almost ran into that horse, but we're over here, and kill him. I kill the captain real quick, and this guy. Okay, so that was the first wave. It gets really hard towards the 4th and 5th wave, but that's okay, because we have full diamond, I have full diamond, they have full netherite, so I think we'll be fine. So I'm just waiting, looking around, and I see the raid, the second raid. So I come, I decide I'm gonna go for this guy first because they have axes that do a lot of damage. So I get an emerald, pretty cool. These guys are shooting at me, but kill them, and my friend kills the other. Next raid is gonna be a little bit harder, but it's gonna be fine. So we're waiting, and I'm waiting. I hear that, which is the, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a horn, and it signals out the raid is here. So I heard it from this direction, so I run over here, and I'm looking around. I see, oh, baby zombie, might as well help my friend out. So I kill him real quick, and then we go look for the raid. So I decide to look over here, or just stay over here and look around. And I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, where's this raid? It's gotta be somewhere. And then I finally see it. So I'm like, okay. And Orion ends up leaving. I think he just got lagged out, but he joins again. And I see, oh no, Spider's killing him while he's lagged out, so I just killed Spider real quick. You know, save my friend real quick. And he leaves again. I'm like, okay, Orion, what are you doing? And so I'm just like, okay, I guess we'll continue the raid without him. So, come over, and I'm looking for the raid, and I see two more at the top, and I see a Ravager. I'm like, oh no. Okay, so I remember from past experience, these guys are really strong. So I'm trying to bow him from a distance, but he ends up hitting me once. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of damage. So I shoot my crossbows at him, and I go in with the sword. I block him, and then he does this really weird thing that launches me like 8 blocks. So I'm like, okay, what in the world was that? But that's fine, because I killed him regardless. So I tell my friend there was a Ravager, just because I thought that was kind of cool. So, yeah, you know. And Orion joins again, and I'm like, okay, Orion, what are you doing? So he starts walking around, and I'm like, okay, I guess he's going to continue with this. I think he just got lagged out, and he had to restart his launcher or something. But me and my friend climb up. We're looking for the raid, and we see it over here, which is pretty cool. So we're like, okay, this is going to be easy, because we don't see much besides 2 witches, and then the normal raiders. So I come up with a block of dirt because I don't have a lighter or anything. But I come down and there's skeleton as well, which is annoying. But creeper blows up and I'm like, oof. But I kill the switch and get some bottles and glowstone, which is weird. And I'm just gonna fight the normal monster real quick. Okay. And we're looking for the rest of the raid. We're like, wait, okay, where's this again? So we're looking, and one raider remaining, and I'm looking, and I think Orion or my friend kills it. My other friend kills it. So next raid is actually gonna take a little bit to find, I think. If I remember correctly, this raid takes a bit to find, but we're covering up this hole just to make it look, you know, less ugly. So we're looking, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna cut to when we find it, and it ended up in a cave. It took us forever to find it. So I give him some torches because he asked for it, and Orion flies out like he's scared or something. I'm like, wait, what's happening? And I see there's raiders in there, and Orion dies. So we're like, oh no, there's a lot, because they're all grouped up in one little place. So I'm like, okay, this is actually crazy. So there's Vexes, which of course fly through walls, the most annoying mod in the game, honestly. But we're waiting for Orion to get back, so we just go up to the surface for a little bit because, you know, the raiders are all grouped up. We can't do much. So I have no food pretty much. So I just give him my torches, which what he asked for, and I see that I have 1 carrot. So I eat it, and I'm like, oh, Orion has baked potatoes. Sorry, Orion. If you watch this video, it was only a few. I didn't take that money, I swear. Okay. So, we go in, and I'm like, okay, we need to get his stuff. And my friend's like, get it, Matt? I'm like, okay. So, I throw all this out. I'm like, I don't need some of this stuff. And, like, you can just hear how many there are. Like, that's crazy. So I just throw some junk, you know. And I try and get all the stuff. Yeah, I think I got all of it. So I'm running out to Orion. I'm gonna give him his stuff real quick. So I say, got it. And he's like, oh, he's standing there. I'm like, okay, here's your netherite. And I give him all the stuff. And I'm getting beat up by Vex, which is, they're annoying. So I just kill him real quick. And I throw him everything that I don't recognize, because I don't know if it's mine or his. So I throw it out. And then I forget there's some stuff in my hotbar that is his. So I'm waiting. And then he asks for some more stuff. I'm like, oh yeah. here in a second he'll ask, and he's like, "Can I have my axe?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." So I give him his axe, and I accidentally threw mine. I was like, "Oh, the efficiency one's mine." And yeah, he throws it back. Okay. I also forgot to give him some potatoes. So I was like, I was eating them. I was like, wait, these are Orion. So I throw them out, but I do take a few just so I can survive. You know, it's fine, Orion. It's fine, I swear. And so there's a bunch down there. We killed most of them, though. I think my friends were just killing them with bows. I almost get knocked in, which I was literally 1/10 of a block away. So I was really, really scared at that moment. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm still alive, what? Because if I fell in there, I would definitely be dead. But anyway, we're just bowing them because, you know, and then the witch poisons me and DeWalt, which is annoying, so, you know. And the poison lasts for like a minute, I think, but we go down and we kill him. And then I realize, oh wait, there's still one more wave. So I'm like, okay, that's the problem. So I build up with the blocks I have, and I have barely enough. Okay. I hear the horn, and I'm like, okay, they're here. So they're fighting over a totem. I'm like, okay, guys, come on, just come defeat the raid. We'll do this after. But I'm going, and I see them. I'm like, I'm not fighting that alone. So I call back up by saying, over here. So I see that there's a lot of them. And then I see this guy, this magic guy. I don't even know what he's called. But I kill him, and I get a totem and some emeralds. So I'm waiting. I just eat a little because I need to heal up. I realize I only have one piece of food, and I'm running because I really, really would not want to die because I have 21 levels. So I'm like, okay, this is a problem. So Orion dies, and I'm like, oh gosh. So I get kind of scared. I start running, but I fall. So I'm running, and I have no food except for some rotten flesh, which does not heal you very quickly. So this is kind of clutch, not gonna lie. One of the Vexes is flying in, and I'm like, if he hits me once, I'm gonna be really low. So I just bow him, and I actually hit the shot. Kind of cool. And so I'm just waiting. I'm like, oh my goodness, how am I alive? So I'm literally having to eat rotten zombie flesh, which is disgusting if it was real life, but it's Minecraft, so it's fine. I see the rest of the raiders, and I see Orion stuff, so I'm like, here, I'll pick that up here in a second. Trying to help my friend. So we're trying to help, and he gets Orion stuff. Well, we both get it, and we're trying to hand it to Orion. But these raiders are actually pretty strong. I'm not even gonna lie. But I'm trying it out, and I'm like, okay, we're almost done with the raid, so that's okay. I'm gonna end the video soon. Enough. But I'm just giving Orion his stuff at the moment, just saying, oh, here's all your stuff. So I'm waiting, and I'm like, where's this last raider? And one's in here. I'm like, okay. And there we go. I kill him. I didn't hit the horse, luckily, and that's basically all for today. Honestly, really hope you guys enjoyed. And subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, all that. Really hope you guys enjoyed. This took a long time to make, and I guess I will see you guys later.